Today, I want us to discuss about something most people really ignore, maybe because they don't know how important it is, or maybe because they don't have the information around the same. Today, I want to discuss about life insurance. I know at this particular point, the moment you hear about life insurance, most of us are like, do I need life insurance? What is life insurance? How can I be able to get life insurance? Is it for the rich people? And in this video, we're going to discuss all about that the same and get to understand if we really need life insurance and how does it help me in my financial freedom journey. Hi guys, welcome again to another episode of Financial Literacy. My name is Jane Dishu and I'm a financial advisor. So the first thing I want us to discuss is what is life insurance. So life insurance, as the name suggests, is where you give an amount of money to insurance company, and in return they give you a cover, or they give you an amount of money that they pay to your next of kin in case of maybe critical illness, in case of permanent disability, or in case of demise. So it's definitely like buying back your money or being able to get a payout in case of these things happening to you. The second thing is, how do I actually use life insurance? Does it really matter? Is this something that is going to help me financially? So one of the ways that you can use life insurance is to create generational wealth. So if you don't have the assets, if you don't have all the wealth that you can be able to leave to your generation, life insurance is actually the easiest way to be able to pass down generational wealth. This is how, in case you get a life insurance and in case of your demise, your family is receiving, let's say, an amount of money like 10 million Kenya shillings, you definitely know that they can be able to invest that 10 million, and then they can be able to actually survive or replace the income that you were giving them or the help that you were giving them. So definitely you can use it for generational wealth. The second way you can be able to use life insurance is as a financial caution in case of critical illness or permanent disability. So in case you have a life insurance, you get to buy these two at a discounted rate. So you are able to get like a permanent disability cover and a critical illness cover. So in case you contract any of these, or in case you get yourself into this health situation, you're able to get an amount of money that can actually help you through your treatment, or can help you through your medication, or can give you the financial boost to actually change your life in case of permanent disability. The third way you can be able to protect your family. So I have already talked about generational wealth, but protecting your family is making sure that if you were a breadwinner in that family, in case you lost your life or in case you were not there, your family can be able to actually survive or live comfortably using the amount of money that they are going to receive from your insurance company. So if you are a person that people depend on, you need to have a life insurance, because definitely, how are they going to survive in case you're not there? So this is like a care package to your loved one. This is something that you give them to actually tell them that I really care and I know that you really needed this amount of money, because most of the time, even if you have a spouse, they cannot be able to replace you financially, or they cannot be able to do whatever you were doing, or they cannot be able to afford the lifestyle that you were actually giving them. The other way is to actually pay off your debt and loan. So in case you have taken a mortgage, in case maybe you have taken a car loan, in case maybe you have a particular loan that doesn't have a life insurance helps, because in case of death, you don't want your loved one being followed or losing their assets because you're not there. So having a life insurance is actually very important when you're looking into credit, or when you have a loan, or when you're in debt. And the last thing is peace of mind. I can never even mention life insurance without having to mention the peace of mind. You knowing that definitely that in my income I'm protected, or myself I'm protected, it's really give you the peace of mind to continue looking for money, to continue looking for your investments, or to continue even building your wealth. At this particular point, I want us to discuss the types of insurances or life insurance that we have in the country. So the first type of insurance is term insurance. So I know most of you have engaged with this type of insurances. This is where you buy a life insurance for a certain period of time. So let's say for the next 10 years, for the next 15 years, for the next 20 years, or for the next 25 years. So for this period of time, you're going to be paying an amount of money that can be monthly. We call it premium, can be monthly, can be quarterly, half yearly, or annually. So you give this insurance company this amount of money for that period of time, and then you have a choice. In case this period of time lapses, you can choose to get back your premiums, or you can choose to have you can choose a cover where you don't get back the premiums. So for this one, I really advise for those young people, because I know when we're talking about death when you're young, it actually feel like, I'm not going anywhere, so why should I take a lifetime insurance? So this one is going to sort those people, because I'm covered for a period of 10 years, and then after 10 years I can renew my life insurance, or I'm covered for 15 years, for 20 years. So it actually makes it more sense, and it's actually become more sensible when you are a young person, because it gives you that duration of time. The second type of insurance is whole life insurance. This is now the mother of it all. This is the OG. So this is where you put an amount of money for a certain period of time, let's say maybe for 10 years, 20 years, or 30 years. But in return, you get a full life coverage. Like you get a full, at no particular point, you're covered for life. So if you enter into this plan, maybe let's say you're paying around 20,000 per month. So you're going to pay that 20,000 maybe for a period of until you turn 50, until you turn 65. You stop your payment, but still continue enjoying your cover. Whole life insurance is for the OGs. Whole life insurance is actually for purely generational wealth, because it will only pay your next of kin in case of death. At no particular point you're getting back your money. At no particular point you have a stop on this life cover. So you're going to enjoy life coverage as long as you have contributed for the time period they had agreed, or they had said you get this. So it is more affordable, or it makes a lot of sense when you have a full life coverage. But I know for those people who are young, most of the time it doesn't make a lot of sense, because we feel like we want to get our money back, or we feel like we want to enjoy our money right now. The third one is the endowment plans. So this one, I know it has a fight in this country. I know most people are talking about how it doesn't make sense. And today I want us to talk about it and why most people choose this package. So a life insurance, which is an endowment plan, is actually a combination of investment and protection. So you get an amount of money that goes to investment, and another amount of money that goes to protection, or the life insurance. So this one is going to run for a certain period of time, let's say the same 10 years, 15, 20 years, or 25 years. And then if you don't maybe pass on during that period of time, you're able to get an investment back. So you're able to get back an amount of money that was going to your investment, plus the interest that it have earned for that particular period of time. So these endowment plans, most of the time, they are called, we have the education policy. Some of them are called endowment plans in some institutions, but they're in the same group. So if maybe you have a particular goal and you still want the protection at the same time, or if you are on budget, you can choose to have this coverage. But if you have a lot of money, or if you have a lot of money maybe to spend both on your investment and your protection, you can definitely choose to an amount of money that goes to your protection and an amount of money that goes to your investment. This is going to make sure that you maximize on the two of them. But if you are on budget, or if you are looking at making sure that you're getting something at the end of the day, you can have a combine of these two. And I know this is a product that most people actually choose, because you don't understand at what particular point that your money is going to be paid to some other people, and you can never enjoy this amount of money. So mostly this will run, it's going to be quite expensive when you're looking at life insurance, also quite expensive when it comes to investment, because it's a hybrid of the two. These are three things to consider when you're choosing the right life insurance policy for yourself. The first thing is your financial needs. So you need to understand, like, what is the reason behind me taking this life insurance? So you're gonna consider it. Is it for maybe protection to my for my family? Is it protection for my kids' future education? Is it for generational wealth? Is it like to transfer the risk of maybe a loan or credit? Like, you need to identify what is the reason why you are taking life insurance. This is going to guide you on the right life insurance to choose, because if maybe you are choosing a product where you want maybe to save up for your kids' education and at the same time protect their education, so you're going to choose maybe an endowment plan for the same. If you are choosing maybe to create generational wealth, you're definitely going to choose something like whole life insurance, because it's going to give you more of advantage and a lifetime protection. The second thing is the affordability. So you need also to understand like what is your budget, what is the amount of money that you have. As I said, if you're able maybe to have an investment portfolio and still have a protection portfolio, it's easy for you. But this is going to require you to have more amount of money to go to insurance and more amount of money to go on your investment. But maybe if you're on budget, you might choose maybe a combination of both, because maybe the amount of money that you're looking for is actually on budget. But one thing I want to tell you, that life insurance is actually affordable. Do not be scared. It's not for the rich. It's actually so affordable. The last thing is the insurance provider. So you need to also understand the terms and conditions around every insurance company. You also need to understand their credibility, and also you need to understand how their claim settlement process. This is something that I know most people are struggling with, mostly when you don't read the fine prints or the term and conditions around life insurance. Most people have lost their money because they don't understand this product. They did not know they have a life insurance product, and they actually didn't know how it operates, and it gets them to a point of them losing their money because they don't understand the whole point. So you need to understand the term and conditions. You need to understand the credibility of the company. You also need to understand how they settle their claim, because I have had cases where families have to follow a very long process for them to get there. And guys, because I'm a financial advisor, believe you me, I can be able to help you source for the best life insurance. Make sure to follow me on my Instagram page and book a consultation, and a free consultation for that matter, so that we can be able to discuss on how to choose the right life insurance. The other thing I want us to discuss is how much life insurance is enough. So most of the cases, people are not protected, people are underprotected, and some rare cases people are overprotected. So at what particular point do you stop buying now life insurance and say, now I am protected? So this is my analogy. If maybe you are earning around 100,000 Kenya shillings, you need a protection portfolio equivalent to your 10 years worth of that current income. So that is 100,000 Kenya shillings for 10 years. That is around 12 million. This is what I mean. If your family receive the 12 million and maybe they invest that money, maybe in a money market fund, they don't have even to start a business or maybe do those investments where their money is tied and such things, they can be able to get 10% from that 12 million, and that is going to give them or replace your income of 100,000 per month. So they are protected. They have the amount of money that you were earning. So at this particular point, this is how you're able to measure like how enough am I protected and how much do I need to add in my protection portfolio to actually have enough. I cannot end this video without discussing the famous myths around life insurance. So one of the myths is life insurance is for the rich. And let me tell you, life insurance is affordable. Like with only 1,000 Kenya shillings, you have a life insurance policy. Like you covered. So it's actually your budget. Get a quotation and just understand like this is the amount of money that I can be able to get. It's not for the rich. Everyone can be able to get a protection portfolio, or everyone can be able to get a life insurance policy. That's why I'm telling you guys, follow me on my Instagram, book your free consultation, and let us discuss on how you can be able to get an affordable package. The second myth is life insurance is a scam. So most people have gotten to that point of thinking that they're going to lose money in life insurance. And I'm going to tell you, like life insurance has rules and regulations around it, like any other place. Everything has their terms and conditions. Everything has their terms and conditions. So before you even sign into that policy, make sure that you understand your terms and conditions. Make sure that you understand the credibility of that particular company, and make sure that you understand that at what particular point can your money be lost, or at what particular point you can be able to get advantage of the life insurance. The third myth is I'm too young to get life insurance. So you people think that because you're in your 20s, you don't have a need or have to get a life insurance. But what you forget is you people, you're in your 20s, you're young, yes, but you still have people who are depending on your income. So as long as you have someone who is depending on your income, you are not too young to actually get a life insurance. People who are too young to get life insurance are those people who don't have people depending on them. For them, they don't need the protection. For them, they don't need to transfer their risk because they don't have the risk. So definitely they don't need the life insurance. The last myth is, why do I have to pay for my death? Like, why do I have to pay money and then it's only going to benefit me in case I die? Or why do I have to pay money that is only going to go to some other people and not me? And let me tell you, this is a misconception that I really want to address. life insurance has different products. So if you're a person who is reserved, or a person who feels like, I don't want to bury myself when I'm alive, I have had that clause, or if you're a person who feel like it doesn't make sense if I don't die, you need to understand that we have endowment plan, we have term policies where you can be able to actually get back the money that was going to your life insurance policy. So you don't have to be scared around the choice of like, I don't want to just be paying money to go to other people. And maybe in my investment era, so I'm looking into something that is going to make more sense to me and that is going to help me in my financial freedom journey. We have different products that can be able to pay in case of demise or in case you are not there. And we have products that you can actually enjoy that amount of money when you're still alive. And guys, lastly, I know at this particular point you're like, I would want to get life insurance, but I don't know where to start. So make sure you follow me on my Instagram page and book your free consultation so that you can be able to discuss the various ways or how you can be able to structure the best protection portfolio that is going to match with your financial freedom journey. And then you're able to have now a full protection on the same. And until next time, thank you so much for watching.